your browser, there's a rhyme and a reason to just about every one of them. So when you get, I don't get it. But some people get offended by the ones they get because they think they've been a little misread. I don't know. Anyway, so they do that, right? We have all this technology, and then I would go out to Initiative, McCann, other big agencies in Los Angeles, because that was my territory. I'd go directly to brands, Toyota, Sony, Electronics, and you go to them and you say, look, I can reach your target audience. I can support your initiative to push out this new television. I can help you better than the next person, the next ad network that has a different technology or a different set of websites, right? And I'm talking to media planners and buyers that are 24 or 25 years old, because a lot of them are hired right out of school. I'm taking them indoor skydiving. I'm taking them snowmobiling. I'm taking them out to VIP this. I'm taking them to lunches at 4-star restaurants, 5-star restaurants. And that's my job. But they get these perks, but they work 80, 100 hours a week and get paid absolutely nothing. I'd rather sell the stuff and have the perks when I want them and make more money. But that's still marketing. I'm still putting together a plan that supports a given initiative for an advertiser, but I guarantee you not a single one of your teachers will talk about that. Unless you have. But it's just, there's so many things out there and so many options. But as a media planner and buyer, that's so many of you that really go into marketing will start there. And it's not a romantic job. There's I have a friend who works on the Badgester account. That's not Lionsgate. That's not Sony Pictures. They need marketing too. And guess who gets that? Lower on the totem pole. You got less options, less choices. So, as terrifying as I've made all this, I wouldn't do anything else. I debated changing to be a business major, and I changed my mind. And the reason for that is, you can learn business outside the classroom, but you cannot learn communications. It's very difficult. You got to know how to put together a sentence. I still struggle with that sometimes. Too many rules. It's too math-like. It's how it feels. It's how it sounds. For me, people don't care. They want to see the comments in the right place. But you just gotta go somewhere. What would I do with that? Well, I changed my major because, I didn't change my major. I debated changing my major because I thought, okay, well, I want to be an entrepreneur. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because I learned how to write, I learned how to communicate, I learned how to sell something. I suggest to everyone that I've worked with, I do a lot of mentoring, get a job in sales. Especially if you're terrified of it. You need to be the first one to get a job in sales. You learn how to deal with rejection, right? You call 100 people, and 99% of them don't want to talk to you because there's been 50 other people who have called them today trying to sell them something. You learn how to communicate with somebody else when they don't really want to hear what you're saying at first. Right? So the AMAers up here talking to you, they're trying to position AMA, that's fine, you're not there anymore. Position AMA in a way that is palatable for you, that you want to be involved with. Right? You need to do that with yourself. Go get a sales job, learn how to sell a product, because if you can sell a product or a service, you can sell anything. Right? And you've got to learn how to sell yourself. What's an interview? It's a sales call. You're selling yourself. Right? So what do you have to offer this company? What value are you bringing to this company? I'm glad you're cute and you smile and dressed up real pretty, but what are you bringing to the table? And that's what they want to see, especially when they have so many options. They have so many talented people. There's so many things working against the job market right now. Because the older people that would normally be retiring lost a lot of their savings or their retirements. So they're staying in. They're hanging out. They don't want to leave. more college graduates than ever. There's more people coming into the job market, less people coming out, and less jobs all around. So you've got to differentiate yourself. You've got to sell yourself. You got to be on every committee here. Not necessarily, they didn't do a terrible job with all of them. But pick some. Get involved in AMA. Get involved in, I don't even know what else you guys have on your campus. Explore your options. See what's out there. Make mistakes now. I started a business fraternity at my school. I learned more about leadership and starting a business than I could ever imagine, because a lot of it's people issues. A lot of it's communication issues. And learn those things now. Learn those mistakes. Learn your management style. Maybe you're a little too harsh. Maybe you don't know how to give constructive criticism. Maybe you're always late. It's better to have one of your peers point out to you one of your faults or flaws that you could work on than to have your boss who can then turn around and say, hey, I got this other 100 people banging down the door. You sold yourself in the interview, but you usually got a 3-month trial period. There you have it, right? So take advantage of the opportunities while you have it. When it doesn't count. It's like practice, right? Those of you that play sports, you go out and practice first. So when you get in the game, you don't drop the ball. Right? That's the whole idea. Make the mistakes now. More fun questions.
How long did it take you to start your business?
So my intention was to start a business right out of college. And I graduated and had entirely too much fun, because the summer after you graduate, and even when I graduated, there's a lot of people that don't have jobs yet, that aren't going to start for a while, and they're just hanging out, and they still have their apartment for the whole summer, and I'm pretty sure my liver should have exploded at some point. And it's fun, but you can't start a business when your liver's about to explode. It's a little distracting, and it's just not productive. And so I was unrealistic as far as what I could do as a self-motivator at that age, and with so many distractions. Because if you want to start your own business, I mean, that's a lot of hours, right? It's not this overnight success. An overnight success is 15 years. You know, you look at Groupon and you think, oh, it's the fastest growing company in history. They've been around for a long time. They've changed their name. You know, a lot of different things. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's a lot of hard work. You wear a lot of different hats. You're marketing, you're CEO, you're finance, you're everything. And it's not, it's not fun. I'm glad, gentlemen, I appreciate it. I scared them, I guess. That's less competition for you guys. Be excited. But it took me about 2 months of partying to realize that I wasn't getting anything done. I stopped trying to fool myself into thinking I was. And I went and got a real job. And I got a job in sales. And the average age of the salesperson was 40 years old. And the reason I got that, I knew somebody. Who did I know? My boss from a marketing internship that I had. Because I went in there and busted my ass and wanted to learn everything. I didn't want to learn just marketing. I want to learn about sales. I want to know what that guy does that drives a fast car and sits on his ass half the day making phone calls. It's really not like that, but it looked like that. Right? And that's what I wanted to do. So I asked questions. I endeared myself to the other salespeople, to the sales VP, so they knew who I was. In the worst case scenario, I learned something. Right? So I go into a marketing environment, and I know a little bit more about sales. I know a little bit more about finance. I know a little bit more about management. Right? Because I'm adding value. Right? I'm well-rounded. You can't be an expert in everything, but the little bit you know, at the very least, you can carry a conversation with somebody. Right? So you're out networking, and you meet my fiance, she's in med school. I go out to these events, and I have no idea what these people are talking about. No idea. Oh, some, now that I've been listening for long enough.